When you ask most people what they think of Last of Us, they will probably tell you about the awesome single-player game and the amazing characters and story. However, there was also another side to Last of Us that was just equally as awesome and epic as the single-player, and that was the Factions multiplayer mode. Now, at first glance, this may seem like just another tacked-on multiplayer mode. However, if you clicked that Factions multiplayer button and loaded up the online portion, I'm pretty sure you would be hooked after your first couple of games. I know I was, that's for sure. From the PS3 original to the remastered version, I played this game a lot. No, seriously, I played this an awful lot. I'm talking nearly a month's worth of solid play. Hell, I even spent ages making this awesome Spider-Man emblem for my character. Hell yeah. So, just what made Factions multiplayer in Last of Us so special? Well, if you ask me, it was hands down the Survivors mode. I didn't really play Supply Raid and Interrogation that much, as they were a respawn based mode, as I much preferred Survivors, as that was a single life per round, so if you died early on in that round, you were out, that was it, game over, until the next one where you can come back. And that just really added a great element of suspense and tension to it, as your life was precious, and one wrong move could spell disaster and you'd just be out, and you'd let your team down. It reminded me a lot of the SOCOM games and even Spec Ops Online, and I absolutely loved those, especially on the PS2 when I was playing SOCOM 2. I spent countless hours on that game, and this game was a good alternative to that, especially when SOCOM kind of became a bit of a joke on the PS3. Last of Us really picked up that for me. It was a gap in the market that this just took over, and I was obsessed with it. So naturally, after playing this for nearly 30 days on the PS4 version, and probably around 10 on the PS3 version, I've got a lot of fond memories of this title's multiplayer. I've seen and done a lot of shit in this game, and I've loved almost every second of it, and it got me thinking, maybe I should look back and come up with my top 50 awesome Last of Us multiplayer moments. So as Bill would say, let's get on with it. So I had to start this list by saying that Last of Us multiplayer was so much fun because I had such a great bunch of mates to play it with. I would usually have either one or two mates to play with me, so we wouldn't always have a full team. But over the course of the PS3 and 4 version, I had 4 friends who would play it with me, and we had so much fun. And yes, they had to put up with me shouting and raging at times, but for the most part, we had such a laugh together playing. We were all different sort of players, and we all had a different sort of skill level, but when we were all brought together, we would be an almost unstoppable team. We really did kick ass at this game, and it was just a blast to play through. And I hope that when the Part 2's multiplayer eventually lands, that we all come back together and we start to play again and have even more fun. So cheers for the games, guys. When downing an enemy, you can go up to them and execute them by pressing triangle to do a special animation of a kill. And it was always fun to see enemies who had downed me try this, only to get killed by one of my friends. Take that, you bastards. The bomb didn't even go off.
Fucker's down! Oh, he's dead! Uniform! That ain't the last.
He's still got something in his hand, he's gonna throw at me now. I've been blocked by this prick!
Fuck! I'm down! Fuck! That one's dead! got me.
Oh, yes! Thank you!
I have to wrap this up.
I survived that somehow. I do not know
Wait
how.
up.
I think it was slated. I think it was the same.
Got a rifle.
Bollocks.
He's got a rifle. Dead. Tourist. Firefly, watch yourself.
What are these two doing? Can I just ask?
Uniform down. Fucking A.
How much do they fucking need, man? Seriously? Just fucking sitting in that fucking bar?
I was never a huge fan of this map. I mean, I don't think anyone was. But I've got to say, that sniper headshot through those railings of that balcony was just class. But where the fuck did he go? There were some great sniper moments in Last of Us, but this one I picked because it was just an awkward angle to try and hit the map. I mean, just look where I am here, getting through the tiniest of gaps.
Down.
Getting a Shiv kill in The Last of Us requires nerves of steel and quite a bit of skill to successfully pull it off, especially if you're walking into enemy territory attempting to come up and round up behind them to then stab them in the back. So the Shiv works the same sort of way that it does in the single player campaign, and it's an item that you have to make by opening toolboxes in the map to pick up the scissors and bandages and things like that to be able to make it. And there was a great element of risk versus reward to the Shiv weapon, because you actually had to sneak up to them without them seeing you in order for that button prompt to appear. So you run the risk of them spotting you and turning round and shooting you while you're just like got your pants down basically. But if you did manage to successfully get up behind someone and stab them in the back, there was no greater feeling, man. It was just so cool to do it. And then especially to make your escape and leaving the other people in that enemy team wondering what the fuck just happened. Plus, if you combined it with the smoke bomb, you could do even cooler Shiv kills, as the smoke bomb would cause people to cough and stand still for a few seconds, allowing you to just instantly run up to them and stab them with...
Fucking.
Hey, tourist, over there! Turret's down.
Gonna have to die sooner or later, asshole.
Shit! That was my last shot! Hey, look! Firefly! Watch yourself!
You died, motherfucker. He's looking at me, surely, in the window. Yeah.
For me, it wasn't always about winning. We didn't have to win every single game, as sometimes when we fuck up or when we fail, it can be quite fun, like some of these examples show. I can't tell you how many times I would die because I threw a bomb wrong, or I had a cocktail clear shot and I thought I was going to kill the guy, only to throw it and hit a ledge or something and end up killing myself. They always provided funny moments, especially when, like I say, the whole team and all your mates are watching you and they all see it. Another good one was this one here, where the sainted accidentally taunts.
Oh dear.
Only having 3 players meant that we were often one man down, so we always had to have a stranger in our group, and the best one that we came across was Mitch 99 Archer, and we always remember him because he was just hilarious. Take a look at some of the highlights from him.
Smacky, move! We're gonna get ourselves killed! Move, Smacky! Move! Hey, there we go! Smacky was holding up the way and I couldn't get out. Hey, Urban Monkey, we survived. Oh, hold out, you're it! The Saint is dead. I think he is. How do you make your stuff pink? Where is the toolbox? There it is! There's the toolbox! Yay! Die. What the heck? I'm not gonna watch your ass, buddy. Oh, I can make a smoke bomb, guys.
Finish. Move out.
Okay, got it.
Where are you guys going? Ah, smoke bomb! I got you. Woo! Shoot you in the face, paint it. Oh, fire! Ah! I got fire, guys! Hey, guys, you want me to run all the way to the other end? Okay, count how much time it takes. Ah, I got punched!
Smoke's away.
Oh, crap. Bye, guys. I died, guys.
I'm hit.
How many seconds is that? We win! We won, guys! Yeah! Yeah, guys! I had 1 death. You guys have, everybody has 2. That's how bad he is. Hold on! You just get put right in. I have 1 death, he has 2 deaths. That's how bad he is.
Yeah, he's crap, man.
Guys, I can't move!
I started playing Last of Us online using the semi-auto rifle, but it wasn't long before I picked the bow, and I had an absolute blast using it, especially once I had mastered it and gotten used to how I can hit people behind cover, as it sort of arches over cover down onto them. It was just such a hugely satisfying weapon to get kills with, as it did take quite a bit of skill, especially to fire it really fast and get those all-important headshots. Eventually I did move on to try other weapons, but I always enjoyed my time using the bow.
Bullseye. Iced. Wounded.
Nice work.
Look out, bro! Bullseye!
I played right. Fuck, I like the engine.
Fucker's down. Fucker ain't getting up. Thanks. Bomb set, watch your ass. I'm down. Down 1 uniform.
That was lovely.
Wait a sec.
At the ski-doo. Walking to the car. Someone threw something at you. Oh! Oh!
I don't think he got.
I think they're coming around that right bit.
Burn, asshole!
Thinking on your feet and making use of the game's listen mode are great strengths to have to be a great Last of Us player, and this example shows that really well. I completely outsmart this guy here, throwing a smoke bomb at him as he comes through, allowing me to get a nice little shiv on him. Superb. Sometimes when you kill enemies, they tend to slide left or right, which is really annoying as they usually end up sliding into cover instead of just falling where they were hit. And this clip shows my annoyance with that quite well.
Oh, and what do you know? He conveniently falls behind the car. Best of moods today.
Torres! Torres down!
And what do you know? He falls behind the fucking sandbags that I also can't shoot past. And what do you know? There's one on the rooftop, and I bet you when I kill him, he'll fall past the fucking roof. That's right, you little bitch.
Careful, man, he's got a rifle!
That's fucking right, you fucking whore. That's right, you go up there. The one on the roof, one's going to get him. I'm out of ammo! Revolver to the fucking motherfucking rescue, G! Watch out.
Firefly, watch yourself! Down
He's
one
down,
Torres.
signed, sealed, delivered, bitch! Take him out! Guy in the middle. He's coming across.
Uniform!
There, mate, there, turn around. I got no ammo! I got no ammo!
Oh!
Get the fuck down, bitch!
We survived that group. Let's finish off the rest of them.
The Buzz Depot tunnel was a great spot in the map, and it was usually where most of the big firefights happened, as both teams try and fight for the control of this area. And me and Saint had some great moments where we would both storm this, working together to get to the other end and flush out all the enemies.
Let's go. Hey, right there! Uniform! Fuckers down. Fuckers! Try some smoke! Divide the group. Got it. Fuckers down!
Sit down, bitch!
That one's dead.
Chase me with a cocktail, asshole? I don't think so, dickhead.
Glad you're covering my ass.
I'll let that guy go around the truck. I just climbed over it. He just shoots that guy.
I always remember this next moment on Suburbs, as I seemed to become Superman, as this guy's bullets just didn't hurt me. Either that or he missed every single shot. I also gave one of my most weirdest one-liners. I don't know what that was all about.
They ain't coming back.
I am the machine.
Hit him. I'm glad you're covering my ass.
Don't turn around me and shiv me in the back. I don't think so, pal. I don't think so. Here by me. 3 hits with a revolver. Downs in 3 my ass. Downs in 3 my ass.
This clip is another great example of just my sheer will to survive against all the odds in this game. Now this happened on the PS3 version, I think it's the checkpoint map, and I just refuse to go down. Everything's coming at me, and some of my team are helping me out at this point, to be fair, but yeah, I just go for it, and somehow I managed to survive and take them all out. I was very chuffed with this one.
Firefly, watch yourself. Got me. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. It's not.
Survivors was definitely a game that required teamwork, as you had to work together in order to survive. I mean, I couldn't always kill all 4, could I? These clips show some good examples of teamwork. Even when people go down, we still help out each other through the spectator mode and through moving the camera around to see where people are. It also led to some funny moments where we would deliberately distract enemy players so that one of our mates could sneak up behind them and shiv them or just shoot them in the back.
Towards now.
See him in this corner behind me.
Firefly, watch yourself. Yeah, they ain't coming back. That's all they know we're here.
You fucking
Shifty,
moron.
mate. Standing here, he never even turned round.
Oh, I'm saving.
So, unfortunately, Last of Us did have its fair share of cheaters, as there were a lot of exploits you could do in certain maps to get out of bounds and just shoot people from miles away. One in particular happened on Suburbs, and it really pissed me off when it happened to me. Eventually, though, I fought back and found out how to do it myself, and then took out the cheaters with their own fucking dirty work, which was quite satisfying. However, I would never use it in a real match because, well, it's just bullshit to get killed like this. For me, Survivors was a more tactical and slower paced affair, as it wasn't really a run and gun game. However, sometimes the action would just go balls to the wall, as everyone's in the same area just having an all out gun battle against everyone, and it's all just going crazy. And those moments, while few and far between, were also fucking brilliant.
Motherfucker! Oh, you're going to get shit, bitch! All of us sucking your dick. Salute! Salute!
Watch it! He's got a shotgun!
The PS3 version had 2 DLC packs for new maps, but it wasn't until the PS4 version that we got the new Financial District and the beach maps. And while I didn't really like them both at first, because they were quite different to the others, they soon grew on me, and I absolutely loved getting kills on these maps, because most people didn't really know what to do.
Down one tourist! Firefly! Fucking A! This place is ours. They won't be coming back no more.
The Wharf map was absolutely brilliant, and when I had my two teammates with me, we would absolutely dominate this map as no one, and I mean no one, could get into the middle if we were there.
Like the guy behind in the face, he's all the way over here.
I seen him coming, but I don't know if he threw the smoke bomb.
Keep crawling if you can, he's looking at me now. Shit.
Uniform! One down.
Lovely, mate.
Firefly! Yeah!
I've got two.
Dead!
And this one over here beside the car. I'll try and push him it.
Let's see him take this!
He'll be dead in a second.
Uniform down! They're taking a beating,
Oh,
but
mate.
don't get cocky.
Mate.
There could be more on the way.
The Buzz-Tepo tunnel is great when you have your friends with you, but it's also awesome to just rush it when you're on your own, because they don't expect a single person to run down when there's a whole team the other end. It must be crazy, man. And that's exactly what I was at this point. Crazy. I don't know how I survived.
Fuckers down. That's not the last of those uniforms.
5,004 kills in the one round.
Bitch!
Most of the time we would bring our A game and take people down with ease. However, sometimes we would just be all fingers and thumbs and fuck up, yet somehow, strangely, we would still end up getting the victory, even if I end up raging.
Oh my word, how the fuck? How the fuck do you survive that? You fucking retard! Nah, man. Nah. Sniper's running up now. Sniper's running up. Surprise, motherfucker! Oh no! No one! Just shoot! You have a gun! No, not that one!
Oh my god. Fucking hat monkey, Jesus Christ. How many times did you miss him? That's embarrassing. I'm saving that. Yeah, monkey claims he hits everything. Oh, he just missed again!
No! Christ! No! No! Why must you kill? And be efficient
You're
with it.
embarrassing, monkey.
So, while there were a few occasions where I would rage quit after getting really pissed off by some bullshit in the game, this rage quit from me and my friends is one of my favourites, as I'm pretty much the only one left standing at the end, and my reaction to that is pretty funny.
I'm still standing, yeah, 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 'cause I'm still standing, 'cause I don't rage quit.
So I've already mentioned Shivs and how they were really cool to get kills with. However, it was very rare for me to get more than one in a single round, as there's another 3 enemies walking round that have probably been shot by someone else at that point. However, on the odd occasion I would get 2 in one round, and it was always a brilliant feeling to do it.
Underneath you. Coming up the stairs. Oh, nice. Really nice.
Double Shiv, man. Got the guy on the stairs. I was sprinting around that car, chasing.
That's exactly what he did to me. Can't have many bullets left. Oh, he's blew himself up.
Bitches! Motherfucker!
Didn't know what hit him.
I just come in that corner.
What the fuck?
Knocked that group.
What the fuck?
Gotta finish off the rest of them.
Oh. So sometimes you've got to put in the work to get a shiv, and this one was probably the best example of it, as I really did have to chase this motherfucker down in order to get the shiv. I really don't know how the guy didn't know I was behind him, as I swear at one point I was sprinting, and that would make me show up on the little radar map in the corner of the screen. But I chased this guy for what seemed like an eternity at the time, and I thought at any point he's going to just turn around and I'm going to screw this up. So I was always ready with a smoke bomb to throw it down just in case. But what do you know, I got him. The sniper rifle. You know, after mastering the semi-auto rifle and then the bow, I think the sniper rifle and revolver, and then later the Desert Eagle, was the final combo of weapons that I settled on and started to use pretty much all of the time, because it was just so satisfying to get a sniper shot off, especially on weird places like the Buzz Depot map at the beginning through that grate. There were just some really cool opportunities to get some really sneaky little shots through, and it was just such an awesome weapon to use. I would usually aim and shoot once, try and get the head first, but if I didn't get the chest or whatever, I would shoot and then bring out the revolver to fire a few more rapid shots in their chest to sort of down them, because trying to reload the sniper rifle and shoot again once they know I'm there because I've hit them would kind of lead to my death. So it was always cool to bring out the secondary weapon and shoot that off. There were so many cool maps and so many great spots to snipe from. The checkpoint map, sniping from the balcony of the spawn or from the fire station at the other end, was really cool. Bill's Town had some good spots in the windows of certain buildings to shoot across the road. It was just so much fun. It was just such a really cool weapon to use. The bookstore as well at the spawn, standing at the staircase and shooting people through to their spawn through the door, or shooting them on the right hand side by their bookcase, was just absolutely brilliant, because no one would expect that one and it always caught people off guard. Likewise, Suburbs was also a good one, and the University, whenever people would camp in that fucking final building at the top, you could just shoot them through the windows, really nice. Yeah, it was definitely my best weapon, and probably the one that I had most success with, paired with the revolver or the Desert Eagle, because it was just such a lethal combination, and no one could moan about that weapon either, because it did take skill to use. I mean, sniping people across the map on the beach, or going onto the dam and sniping right across when you can only really see the mist and a brief outline of enemies, that took a lot of skill to get them there, and I definitely had the ability to do it. I'm not saying I was the best, you know, I did miss on, you know, every now and then, but for a lot of the times I would always hit the target, and it was just so satisfying to do. Shotgun was one where people would moan, but that was a paid weapon that you had to buy with your points, so that one deserved to be a powerful one. But the sniper rifle, that was just a standard weapon, and it was just, yeah, it was just brilliant. It made the downtown map fun, because you could snipe across from the top if you stood on some cars and things, and yeah, it was a really cool weapon to use, and definitely one that showed you had skill and you knew what you were doing if you used it properly.
Down one uniform.
What do you know? See that dodge there? That's quite skillful, wasn't it? I know.
One down. Okay.
Suck it.
Burn, motherfucker! Boom! Boom! Firefly, watch yourself! Uniform! Alright! That's one down! That one's dead! Firefly! Grab that group. Let's finish off the rest of them.
Bitches. Them bitches, man.
This was a funny clip that I really liked because it showed that even when I'm downed, I am still dangerous, and I really helped the team out at this point. So I get downed here, and there's an enemy running down the tunnel, but I decide to crawl to the gap, and it ends up blocking him, so he can't actually run forward, allowing my teammate to get a nice kill.
That one there, he's alive. He's going to heal the guy in the tunnel running. He's healing him now in the tunnel.
Hurry the hell up!
He's running to me. He's running to me. I blocked him. I blocked him.
That ain't the plan. Come on, wipe him out.
Psycho laugh. I don't care because that was fucking brilliant. Shame you shot the guy on the floor first, though. You fucking nub. Oh.
There was a glitch in Last of Us that usually happened when you killed an enemy on a slope. They would just fly in the air, and this was the best example I got of it on video, and it was the one that made me laugh the most. Just look how far he goes.
Did the body just land on your head? Say, Swift. The body here, can you see him? Nah. Is there a body there? Oh, if only you saw that. That, mate, that's what I'm gonna do. You fucking moron.
Hey, Firefly!
I'm gonna kill your little buddy boy.
The last of those turrets.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh no!
Sometimes I just don't know how I managed to survive. Like this one here, where I just get bum rushed by the entire enemy team. In a state of panic, I just lob everything I can at them.
Boom. Bomb set. Watch your ass. Try some smoke. That wouldn't take an abuse.
Look at that fucking cheating cunt!
Gotta be more.
I could not do a list without mentioning the epic rages that I would have throughout this game. I mean, the friends I played with will be a testament to this, as they probably lost a bit of hearing due to my screams down the mic. Usually though, I'm moaning because I'm not doing as good as I normally do, but for an average player it's still pretty good.
You stupid cunt! Jesus Christ!
Kill her.
Oh, you're pissing me off, man! That's bullshit! Another fucking cocktail! What a fucking joke, man. Absolute fucking joke. That's all I fucking kill people with.
Let's see him take this! Down.
Oh yeah, that's about right, innit? That's about right, Last of Us. Well fucking played. Throw a fucking smoke at them, nothing. Throw a cocktail at them, nothing. I'll get hit with one, dead. Spoil the armour, spoil everything.
Alright, man, I'm good to go.
As I turn on Lakeside, I noticed an enemy throwing a smoke bomb at me, and it's here where I managed to perform the greatest Shiv Escape ever, as I just in time managed to throw my own smoke down at the floor, which then causes him to smoke just as he goes to stab me. This was so close, you can even hear the stabbing sound effects play.
Yeah, bitch! You ain't shiving me the day, asshole! Cause I can drop a smoke bomb too, motherfucker! Cheers for the backup, mate.
I would say 6 times out of 10 I would usually fuck up a cocktail throw, either killing myself or completely missing, and yet when I do my best ever throw, well, this is what happens.
Oh! Yes! Yes, motherfucker! He's not dead though? What the fuck? Why is it ending?
That was rough.
What?
We're gonna get them this time.
No!
Us or them.
No! Bullshit. Bullshit.
Hello. This clip shows a double shiv with me and my teammate Sainted getting a shiv at the same time in the same smoke bomb. We managed to do this just twice throughout the entire time we played, but this was definitely the best one.
They fucking got me!
Sucker! Boom! Lovely, mate! Double shiv!
When you're good at a game, you're bound to run into some haters online, and Joey was the best example of this. A guy who was really pissed off that me and Saint were playing tactically. He was on the same team to begin with, but he still had a problem with us, and we later went on to absolutely destroy him. Take a look at some of the highlights.
Is that some kind of a fucking... Is that kind of sophisticated monkey? Is that what you are? An urban monkey? What you want to do? That's how you play the game.
I'm going to follow.
Come on. Come on.
You follow him, I'll follow. Oh, swing a punch. Swing a
Come on.
punch.
Is this how you fuck him like this? Like this? You fuck him like that? Oh, there's your buddy. There he is. And he's got a machete.
I gotta patch up.
Uh-oh.
Fuck! I'm down!
It's basically 4-on-2 because you two just fucking hide in the house and don't help anybody, so it's pretty much fucking bobsled. Now, oh, what happened?
That's quite a few of them, Joey.
I guess hiding in the house didn't work out, so
Sorry.
it didn't.
Sorry, I can't hear you, so we doing that, Joey.
It didn't work out too good.
Look at-
Fucking garbage.
Let's look at the 112 ranks there.
Please fucking garbage. Please fucking garbage.
Oh my god, Joey, look.
What's that from Oh man, 3 guys shooting at me. Oh man, I got killed.
Yeah. Now that monkey, look at him. Garbage. Let's look at 112 right there. Please fucking garbage.
Come on! Come on! Come on, I'll take you both on. Look at it, both of them. Either one of them can fucking speak for himself. The voice of the voiceless.
I'll take you both
Come on,
on.
one of you can't speak up for yourself, right? Both of you gotta speak for each other.
I'll take
You
you
fucking
both on.
pussies.
I'll take you both on. I'll take you
You're
both
dead right, and I have been, haven't I? Haven't I? Haven't I? That's right, 'cause I'm a fucking man. I don't need a little bitch to fucking stand up to me. But we already established that. We've already established that I'm the man. It's already been established. Better fucking know your role. Better know your fucking role. Or you know it. Getting out of hand there, little English muffin boy. Getting out of hand.
I'm no English.
Friend?
I'm just going to like
You and your
say
buddy
that
in
I'm
the
not
house?
English. I'm not English. I know. And he's shouting at me for being English. You ignorant sod.
I'm gonna get a fucking English lesson from some English Spaniard.
I'm gonna get a map and find out where you live.
Come give me some lessons, but come give me some lessons.
I'm gonna
I suffer from gingivitis.
whoop her ass on you.
Watch each other's backs.
Oh man, he's
Sons
getting
of bitches.
pounded on here.
Come on, come on, come on! I'll take you both on. Look at it, both of them.
Yes. Oh, you've got to get him with that
Well,
one.
wait a sec, I'm fixing you up!
Right, well, no, he's going to be hiding in his base.
Whoa, get
And then
your
the
ass
guys
up.
will be shouting at him. Oh. Please get him. You've got 42 seconds to get in there and get him.
Coming out. Go right in the house. Come on, I'm gonna follow you around. You're good. Let me follow you around. Maybe I'll learn how to be a
Eddie's
fucking
here.
faggy.
Yes!
Don't talk to me about being a man. You're the furthest thing from it. You're a fucking pussy.
Oh, he's running to you.
Survive that group. Gotta finish off the rest.
You're
Come on, is this how you fuck him like this? Like this? You fuck him like that? Oh, there's your buddy.
Try some smoke!
Down you go
Those
again, Joey.
uniforms. Come on, let's...
Go rush him. Oh yeah.
Tourist fucking gun!
Joy.
Did I? Hey. Do I have more parts? Me. Hey. Do I have more parts? Me.
For me, cocktails were the most frustrating way to die, as I'd usually die even when I run away from them, and it only slightly grazes me, yet when I throw them head on into people they wouldn't die. Yet, at this point, I became a cocktail dodging god.
Glad you're covering my ass.
Who throws it but then doesn't... Oh, he's got another one. It's by the green bit. Come on, throw it. Fucking... Now that's right. That's right. Alright. Oh, he's got a third? He's got a fucking third? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this? Another one? Oh, this is bullshit. Get the fuck down, asshole.
Fucking dying over here. Oh, he's dead. Well, wait a sec. I'm fixing you up.
That was the biggest pile of shit.
Now, I've shown a lot of points in the game where I get 4 kills in one round, but this one on Bill's Town was perhaps the best one that I did, purely because I was getting faced with an onslaught of attacks from all of the enemies, as they all knew I was in this building, and to make matters worse, I had no ammo left, so I had to rely on fists, machete, and my Shiv, and yet somehow I managed to survive and kill them all.
I could be a challenging when it's 4 on 2. It doesn't matter when you got 4 guys versus 2.
I'm sure the other guy was going to come in to the right.
could be a thousand when it's 4 on 2. It doesn't matter when you got 4 guys versus 2.
Uniform!
Oh,
Shit!
you've got him.
That was my leg!
Let's chance him now.
I could be a thousand when it's 4 on 2. It doesn't matter when you got 4 guys versus 2.
Try some smoke on for size! I can't see!
Oh, lovely. Oh no, you've not got Shiv. Oh.
I could be a thousand when it's 4 on 2. It doesn't matter when you got 4 guys versus 2.
So, just what is my number one pick for the best moment online? Well, it's that moment where you become a god. And no, I'm not talking about being highly skilled at the game. Instead, I'm talking about this weird and random glitch that could happen when you're playing online, and you would spawn in, and no one in either team could see you, yet you can just freely wander around, hearing all the gunshots from the fights that are going on, but you wouldn't actually see anyone yourself. However, if you wandered into the enemy spawn, you would end up just seeing a load of floating enemy names at the spawn point. You could actually hit them at this point, so you could stand there punching this floating name or shoot it with one of your weapons, and this would actually cause damage to that actual player who's somewhere in the map wandering around on their screen, so they end up just getting hit out of nowhere and just killed outright. It was a really weird glitch, and it was just something that was so rare. I mean, we had played this for nearly 30 days and we only got it 4 times, I think, all of us getting it at least once. And we think it occurred if someone disconnected in between rounds and it just happened to fuck up and give it to one lucky player. It was such a cool thing to see, and especially when you got it to happen to yourself. And that is my number one pick for the best moment in Last of Us.
Keep him, fucking A. Place is ours.